Hey guys, so I didn't expect anyone to come in here because it's super late. Not my normal conversations. I never go live this late normally. But okay, so I've been watching Netflix because everyone's been telling me to watch this show, Inventing Anna, and it's a show, well, it's a series on Netflix where Shonda Rhimes, who is phenomenal. She is telling the story really of the people around Anna Delvey or Anna Sorokin, this girl that basically dupes a lot of wealthy elite socialites and business people in New York. So this show is really good. If you haven't watched it, you should definitely watch. Shonda does not disappoint at all. And I think it's cool because a lot of people from if you ever watched the show Scandal, she actually brought up a lot of those actors. So I don't know, it's just it's kind of weird. It was kind of weird to see them because I immediately wanted to place them as in Scandal, but yeah, everyone did a good job. So I was just wondering about the actual people in the story because with Netflix shows, normally there's some type of there's the truth and then there's exaggeration and things that you make for an interesting story. So I wanted to know about these people that were in the show. And so there's this Cosmo article. Sorry. There's this article that says they knew Anna Delvey in real life, and now there's a Netflix show about them. And they basically highlight some of the people, not everyone. I actually wanted to know about, in the show, there's Anna has this boyfriend, too, but it doesn't look like they show them in here. So they basically highlight each of these people. So they are talking about the whole story. So for years, key thing, years. I don't understand how someone do people for years at the level that she was, but that's privilege for you. So, a New York socialite with a hard to place accent introduced herself to Manhattan's elite as Anna Delvey, a young businesswoman who became the fiction she created by convincing the right, wealthy, powerful people that's who she already was. So, a little bit of if you've ever heard the term, or the phrase, dress for the job you want versus the job you have. So, she was definitely playing the game and putting on airs as if she had a certain lifestyle and all of this wealth and trust fund is what they allude to in the Netflix show. Um, when it looks like she really didn't. So there's that. And then they say, all the while she was bilking banks. How do you get over on banks? Seriously. Like I would never think that anyone, even the privileged, would be able to do that. But here we are. And fleecing friends. Now, friends, how many of us have, given money to a friend and they don't pay you back? But the level of it is what's crazy because one of the girls pays for this trip to Morocco and it's like, I think it was like $60,000. And I'm just like, how do you just like I would need you to sign legal documents for that type of money. Like who just has that and they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna put it on this credit card. In the show, she puts it on her work credit card, which is just not right. Hey, Can't Kill. Hey, Teddy. I didn't even see you on here. Fake it till you make it, right? She definitely faked it until she didn't make it, actually. She didn't make it. She almost made it though in the show because they basically were going to get her funding for this business that she was putting together, but um I it's like, do you really think that's gonna happen? They're gonna need something legit eventually, but hey. Okay, so she's I think she's out of jail. I see different reports on her, but, she did go to jail for her crimes. So let's get into these people and some of the things that she said. So Workin, the real name, allegedly, um, she's originally from Russia, which I'm like, they say a hard to place accent. People don't know Russian accents, but whatever. Told me the first time we spoke at Rikers years ago, can you imagine what would say that? I never told anyone I was a German heiress, is what she's saying in here, which could be true. I mean, people believe what they see. So if, like in the show, she's literally throwing money around. So I would assume in New York, there are, people that aren't doing anything. They're living off of their trust fund, and that's just what they're doing. So it's not like it's out of place being in New York, where I could see someone just assuming that you have this money, and even more importantly, if you have some free time, time is like that's the ultimate thing that speaks wealth. If you can like free up your time, you have time to do things. But yeah, I could see people assuming that. Teddy says the level of privilege must be nice. Exactly. Because, you know, a black person going into a nice hotel and whatever, they're definitely looking for ID. We need this credit card on file, like all of that. So yeah, I can't even relate on that end. I mean, we see what happens in this country. Um, so let's get into some of these people though. And one thing that I was really weirded out by is I have talked about on the channel pretty privilege. And so I was assuming when I first heard about her, because I heard about it before the Netflix series came out, I just automatically assumed that this girl was probably, I don't know why it's like late. So hold on. I'm gonna put you guys through that. Okay, we're back. Oh, I hate sounding like that. All right. So I I automatically assumed this girl was gonna be just gorgeous, model-esque type of, look. And when I saw the pictures of her and I saw the show, like, she's not obviously, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but, she's thin, which offers a lot of privilege too, but she's not super attractive or anything. Nothing really jumps out, and it's not really a memorable face necessarily, which I was actually expecting. So a little, I guess, bias on my end because I'm like, "Oh, yeah, she's probably gorgeous. Maybe that's how she was able to swindle some of these people." Because, typically, if there is a more attractive person, we even see this with the selection of CEOs, tall, handsome, um, and we talked about with women, sometimes that can help you get to where you want to be, just your looks. It can also be sometimes a downfall as well. Like, look at Saweetie. Saweetie, I don't even know, but she's pretty. So that's one person that a lot of people think of when they think of pretty privilege. So yeah, I was like, maybe people were literally thinking since she isn't this gorgeous girl that yeah, have she must have a trust fund. Like how else is she just able to live this life and go about, you know, throwing money around? Again, in the show, she's literally throwing money around. So this one girl, I was wondering if this girl was real, and it looks like they were. So Neff Davis is um one of the girls that actually becomes friends with Anna. And when I was watching the show, this was actually the only person that Anna paid back. And I don't know if that's like legit or if they kind of um, you know, exaggerated that, but literally in the whole entire show, she's the only one that appeared to get paid back in full, including the hotels, like the actual hotel. She went to these hotels and really stiffed them. Stiff them completely. You thought she was prettier. I okay, so that is the bias, okay? I just assumed that this woman was going to be, knockout gorgeous, and then I saw the when I saw the series, I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." And then I looked up, the girl, and I was like, "Oh, okay. That's not what I expected." It just wasn't, so I'll be transparent about that. Yeah, Kill's, like, super basic. Yeah, just white. Right, right. And, I don't know if, I don't even with that, I'm just like, how was she able to do it? That's my question. Saweetie is writing Cardi and Quavo's Wave, do you think so? I don't know, it's just anyway. So this girl, so what do they say about her? Because in this show, she's the hotel concierge, and Anna is tipping hundreds on hundreds on hundreds. Like, yeah, if I was her, I would be like, okay, yep, so this is the personal concierge. These tips, keep running these tips. So Alexis Floyd was cast as Neff Davis. Both of them are really pretty. I just want to shout that out. Both of them are really pretty. Um, I loved that, it was, I think, natural hair, natural look. I loved her like makeup look and everything. But yeah, both of them are really pretty. She actually, the real girl, um, I have to look at her Instagram, but she kind of looks like she could have been an Instagram model or something too. But yeah. So okay, let's see what they have to say about her though. The fact that they call her the ride or die, because she was definitely the ride or die. She came through, and I guess if she was the only one that paid, got paid back. She was like, yeah, she's legit. But they say when Alexis Floyd was cast as Neff Davis, the hotel concierge, she became close with Anna after she moved into the posh Soho hotel. Soho is expensive, but okay. I was wondering where the hotel was at that they were showing, but yeah. So that's where she worked. The Brooklyn woman lived 10 minutes from each other. Oh, that's not bad. From Brook wait, I'm trying to where she must have been in, like, 10 minutes from Soho. Maybe if she was in Williamsburg or something. I guess I could see that, but it depends on what part of Brooklyn she was in, but okay. So they met, so Floyd could study her living character. Oh, that's so cool. I love when actors do that. Oh, okay, so they're saying, they both live in Brooklyn. I totally misread that. So they both live in Brooklyn, that's cool. So they met so Floyd could study her living character, and Davis said the resulting depiction seemed really accurate to who I am. They look similar in terms of just like, from my view, they look similar. So Netflix Neff is described as Anna's ride or die. Real Neff adds in parentheses, not stupid. I jump off the train when things get really crazy. When things really get crazy. But like her character, I never judge my friends for the mistakes they made. Wow. Davis acknowledges she benefited from Anna's gifted Michelin star meals. What? And glitzy workout sessions. So that was true because in the show, she's always working out with Anna, and they did go to some and stuff. Um who knows whose expense. So who knows if that was even paid for. But she said she truly believed the hero's persona down to Anna's $100 tip. So she really was tipping her $100 bills. What? What? Oh, thank you for the super chat. Business services and opportunities. I appreciate you. Thanks. So you said character looking really impressing. Well, thank you. I have to look. Let me look on my phone so I can see what you sent. I will be in StreamYard soon, so I'll be able to actually see what you guys send, starting I think next month. Let me look and see what you sent me. Oh, you sent me this cute pink guy. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's a whole crazy mess. You're just chilling in the bushes. All right. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Okay, so let me leave this right here. Thank you again. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm gonna oh, can I pin your super chat? Oh, I can't. Okay, whatever. I'll just pin you up here. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I'm like, I guess she was gonna be loyal. Like, look, people are paying you money for the things that you do for them. This girl's taking care of her, taking the Michelin star restaurants. Like, it's look, that's expensive. So I could see her believing, the lie, and she's paying her back. Of course, she's gonna be loyal, and I feel like a lot of I feel like there's certain people that are just going to be loyal overall. Like, they're just great people. Once you're in with them, you're in with them, and there's very little that you can do to, get them to just poof and disappear. Very different than this other girl that's our friend. But let me see what else she did. So when Sororkin moved to hers, Davis, which is the girl we were just looking at, Amazon coconut milk and pajamas. Why does this girl need coconut milk? Well, you know what? I guess I would want that too. Like, if I was in that scenario, like, Teddy, would you send me some almond milk? Like, I don't drink regular milk. That is a necessity, actually. So I kind of feel that. I feel that because I don't drink milk. I need my almond milk for my. I don't like soy milk, but I would need something. I don't like coconut milk either, but I would need something. Ahead of trial, she brought a close friend and stylist, so that was true. Anastasia Walker, to pull some looks together, didn't document Anna's outfits on Anna Delvey court looks Instagram account. So that whole thing was true, guys. What? I thought that was elaborated, but that is true. Sadly, Neff's Netflix boyfriend, a level-headed novelist who pulls her back as Anna drags Neff too far into her world, is a Shonda Rhimes original. But Davis said she fell in love with the fiction. A good boyfriend, I deserve that. Oh, so that was wait. So that wasn't so I guess the boyfriend wasn't true because in the show, there's the boyfriend, so she has this guy, and he's like, "Look, this is too good to be true. You're supposed to be wanting to direct this film. What are you doing with the film?" A lot of times, if it's too good to be true, it's not. He would say things like that, so he seemed very level-headed. So, I don't think it says Netflix boyfriend. But Davis said she fell in love with it. So I don't know if that was true or not, but I was like, I don't know, I was kinda torn. I was kinda like, "Girl, you should listen to." He's probably because, I think there's always good to listen to someone else looking from the outside, like maybe someone that hasn't met the person and can just listen to what you're telling them is happening, and they can give a different perspective on what you should do or maybe what you should consider. So I was kinda thinking when I saw that, I was kinda like, "Oh, yeah, girl, you need to listen you need to listen to him." Sounds like he has a good head on his shoulders, so and so they say pursuing a career in directing, Davis, who moved to LA and shadowed the show's production, is now finishing her first TV script. What? Look, let me bring this girl back up here. Under a recent Instagram post, Chanda commented, "I assume you have a script ready to go." So this was kind of a blessing maybe for this girl. The fact that she was, friends with Anna kind of made an opportunity for her. Sorry, let me pause. Pause so I can clear my throat. Okay. King says she must have been a good actor. She must have been a great actor. She was good. She was good. I liked her. Um, all of them were really good. The girl that portrayed Anna, I thought her acting was amazing. And I think the others too were pretty good. The Hearist. Yeah, she was really good. You guys should watch it. Hey, the artist, welcome. Nice to see you. So business services opportunities, abundant blessings of love and prosperity to everyone present. Oh, I love that. Thank you. I'll pin that one. That's a nice message. Let me undo this. But yeah, let's talk about some of these other people because there's one girl that I would have expected to kind of be her ride or die, and she was not. She was like, it's the one that paid for this trip. I'm gonna skip the Vivian Kent because that's not really as important. I want to get to this girl. So they describe Rachel Williams, the friend turned in court arch nemesis. So when Anna didn't cover a $62,000 bill for an extravagant trip to Marrakesh, um, in 2017, Rachel Williams helped the NYPD orchestrate a sting operation, wooing Sorokin out of a rehab facility with the promise to take her to lunch. Oh, that's messed up, man. I was wondering if that part was true because they did show in the series how one, this girl had used her, she worked at Vanity Fair, is what they were saying. If she used her company card, first of all, anyone watching my channel, don't use your company card for any expenses like that. Like, come on. Like, come on. I don't care if someone, you know, promises on their grandmother that they're gonna pay you back, and especially $62,000. Oh my gosh. So Netflix downplayed that scene, they're saying. Williams went further. She said in the HBO Max documentary tracking Sorokin to LA's Chateau Marmont from a key fob visible in an Instagram post. Williams is depicted by actor Katie Lowes. Oh, that's her name. So she was also in Scandal. So Katie Lowes, who did not meet Rachel or read her book about the fractured friendship. Okay, I don't like that actually. I actually like actors that try to meet with the person that they're portraying, no matter how terrible they are or whatever they think, because I feel like that's a more real, believable story when they're acting that. Like, how do you know how to portray a person if you've never actually met them in person? That's a little odd to me. I'm surprised by this actress too. But anyway, so by then, Williams had cut a book to screen deal with HBO and Lena Dunham. For those wondering, if you have a TV deal competing with Netflix, your depiction on the latter show may be less than flattering. Oh, that stinks. Wow. So the real Williams was in her late 20s when she met Sorokin in Broome Street's Happy Ending nightclub. I've never been there, just putting it out there, but it sounds I need to look this place up. I'm like, what is that? That it just sounds like a place I wouldn't go to. Why is it called Happy Ending? What? That just yeah, it sounds like a place I would not at all go to. Let me see. Oh, yeah, yeah, no. Okay, so there's that. Lowe's 39. Oh, she's 39. Wow. Embodies a xenophobic leaning woman obsessed with Anna. A sunny day friend, shallowly grounded. Williams' hapless encounters with Anna and the errors she makes along the way. Like using her company. Like, okay, so here's my thing. How are you blaming someone else for you using your card unless this person coerced you into it? You know? Now I get someone saying like, I'll pay you back," but anytime you're covering an expense for someone or you're loaning someone money, you have to consider the fact that they may not pay you back. Even when you're doing business, like I've or, they may not even pay you back on time. Maybe they will pay you back, but it's now on their time. There's so many freelancers that work with companies and they get paid late, like super duper late. So, and they're invoicing and they're like, "Where's my money?" And they pay them late. So that I'm torn because in the show, like in the, Netflix series, they made it seem like the pressure was on for them, like, the police was there, like, if you don't pay this money, I mean, like, you don't know if you're leaving the country, and I've been to Morocco, I've been to, some different countries, so I can't imagine being in a spot where you're like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can leave." I would not wanna be stuck in Morocco of all places. It's a beautiful country, but I would not as a woman during, like, think in 2016, 2017, even, I don't know. I really wouldn't wanna be stuck anywhere, but that sounds really scary. And so anyway, she used this credit card to pay for this thing. Um, they're saying these are mistakes made harder to empathize with giving Lowe's mature on-screen appearance. Yeah, she looks super like, look at her. So it was hard for me to relate because I was like, "How old is this woman? Why is she hanging out with, Anna, who's like a 20-something girl?" Like, it was hard for me to relate to because I'm like, she looks like she's in her 40s on the show, which this is not like ageism or anything, but it you kind of assume what you're seeing. So if someone appears to be like in their 40s, you're kind of assuming that the person was in their 40s. But we're looking at this and it's saying that no, she was in her late 20s when they met. So I don't know. I wouldn't, if I was in this place, I wouldn't be like, yeah, I'm just going to use my company credit card to pay for this travel. Like, I can take care of it. Unless, and I kinda think that it could have been a case where she just wanted to show that she's got, she can cover things too, right? Because there's sometimes people like that. Like, look at this comment. I'm saying Anna must have been a good actor. She must have known how to talk to and behave around wealthy people to gain the so they did portray her that way. Like, she knew about art. She knew about business, she knew about certain topics, she had a way about herself as she's portrayed in the, Netflix series, and yeah, she, just seemed to be able to charismatically, and it's hard to say charismatically because she was kinda rude. She was pretty rude, at least how they portrayed her in the show. But again, people do believe what they see. So if you're throwing money around, if you have this time in your hand, if you're wearing the, certain latest fashions, if you, have this look about you, this air about you, I could see people just assuming like, oh, you must be living off a trust, you must be a trust fund baby or something like that. Um, but my thing is like the bankers and the older people in this scenario, how were because banks were involved with her, getting a loan, and I just don't understand that. Hey Gurpreet, nice to see you in here. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. I love you guys too. Um, okay, so what in the world? I have to talk about this other person. Um, oh, and they say at the end, meanwhile, Williams banked hundreds of thousands of dollars selling their broken friendship, and American Express forgave her debt for the lavish trip. Dude, what? What? So this apparently happened in 2017, King of Kill. 2017. And yeah, and it seems like she benefited from knowing Anna as well. Because, they're saying she's banked hundreds of thousands of dollars selling their broken friendship, and American Express forgave her full debt. So even if she had had to pay for it, pay off that credit card herself, it still would have been a good investment to have known Anna. I don't know, this girl, I mean, it seems like blessings on blessings, blessings just for being around this girl. Oh, I was too late. I was too late, man. But I would not have crossed paths with this girl, especially if she's rude. Like, that's just I don't wanna be around rude people. how they portrayed her. It's possible that she wasn't rude, um, but that's definitely the portrayal that was on the show. Now, this is the lawyer. They look nothing alike. This guy has full head of hair and everything. Um, I don't know. This guy seems chill on the left. So this guy on the left is Todd Spodek, and the actor is Arian Mo- Moed. Moyed. I'm probably completely messing up this man's name. So he played Anna's lawyer. Oh my gosh. So this is probably the last one. Well, I'll look at the other lady too. Okay. So what did they say about this guy? The lawyer. They just call him the lawyer. Okay. So for those who know Anna's lawyer, the most jarring difference in his character is his hair. I know that's what I looked at. You guys, the vanity. I'm sorry. I know that was so vain. I'm like, this guy has a whole head of hair. I'm like, what the heck? This is a totally different person. We got hatfished. Like, what in the world? Anyway. Okay, so vanity moment. So, but lose the hair is Todd. Broken explained watching a clip from the series for the first time. Okay, so that was how at least Anna saw the lawyer. Spodek, who speaks with a Brooklyn brawl and still lives there, is quick to correct that he's definitely not from Long Island. Not that I have any anything against Long Island. I love how New Yorkers are very much focused on their borough. They're like, I am from Queens. I am from Brooklyn. I'm Brooklyn, yada yada yada. I'm Bronx, whatever. So it's I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. Like I haven't experienced anywhere else in the country where people are very much like, I'm from this area. Maybe Atlanta is like that or something, but not like New Yorkers. Anyway, so in trial related confrontation between lawyers and the Inventing Anna pilot, Spodak with his daughter on his shoulders instructs his prosecutor not to curse in front of his kid. Aw, that's kind of cute. I like that. Flake you, flake you, Catherine. He concludes. I've never known Spodak to miss an opportunity to throw around the f bomb. Wow. So he was a cursor. So he was a sailor, sounds like. I don't know how long she's supposed to be. I thought she was out of jail for good behavior. Let's look that up in a minute because I thought she was out of jail. Sorry, let me play my third. I hate to have you guys listen to that. Let's see. So at times I speak like a drunk sailor. See, talks like a sailor. Okay. Um, I made Zelda wear ear. Oh, so he was just a okay. So he's a lawyer. I feel like I'm trying to think of lawyers that I've been around. I only met one lawyer in New York, and yeah, he cursed like a sailor for sure. But then I was kind of like, maybe that's just a New York thing. So I don't know. Character becomes more Todd as the series progresses, later embracing his foul-mouthed side of a colorful scene in which he rather too accurately describes the courageous male anatomy Anna must surely. Oh, you know what? I'm trying to remember if she. They had such a weird relationship. They were just like going back at each other constantly. In both the show and real life, Anna or Todd and Anna is a close friendship, one marked by many phone calls. They embarked on the uphill battle against the mountain of evidence to show that the young woman had not, in fact, come dangerously close to swindling bank out of tens of millions of dollars. Anna's my girl, Spodek said. I signed up to represent Anna, and that means having her back through and through. Well, that's good. I mean, that's what you want in a lawyer. Um, wait, who's BX King of Kill? What are you talking about? Anyway, so that's that. And then the other person in this whole thing is the one that pulls everything together. So this is Jessica Pressler. What? I like her already because she has, we have the same name. But this is Vivian Kent. So this is the reporter that got this story. So As if there weren't enough true to life complicated women in the show, the character inspired by reporter Jessica Pressler is harshly exaggerated. Yeah, because in the show she's pregnant actually. So I was like, "Is she really doing all this pregnant?" They had her going to Russia to find the story and whatever. I'm just like, "What?" Okay. Okay, I got you. So while many of the people depicted retain their actual names, Pressler's is changed to Vivian Kent, an explosive woman generally angry at men. What? Why? Okay, so she's an explosive woman, generally angry at men, flagrantly dismissive of her editor's authority, more worried about salvaging her career than the ethics she ignores to do so. Wow. Yes, Pressler was pregnant when she unfolded the complicated identity of Anna Delvey in New York Magazine in 2018. No, she did not stoop to highly unethical means to tell the story. Well, of course she's going to say that. I hope not. I hope she didn't. In fact, Sorokin didn't recognize the reporter. Vivian is nothing like Jessica. Oh, well, that's nice to know. She said, referencing. I don't think in the show, though, they alluded to her doing unethical things. She did do a ton to get the story. And she did. Okay, so she did go against like her bosses. She really wanted to do this story, and really push forward. And then there was a scenario where she went to Russia to get a direct account from Anna's parents. I don't know if that was true or not. Let's see if they say. And I'm probably gonna jump off of here. Still reeling from losing a job offer that happened after her magazine was duped by a teenager who lied about making 72 million. So that was true because she talks about being fired and people are asking her about being fired from this magazine because a kid lied about how much money he was making. Why aren't people just second guessing, like getting, actual accounts to make sure people actually make what they make? But whatever. A storyline strung through many episodes only to be randomly dismissed after she decides to blame her editor for the $1 million mess. Kent convinces Anna to go to trial so she can write about her. Okay, so Kent also convinces the people in Anna's life to let her into theirs by framing herself as just another hustler looking for the next great story. But as Neff Davis recalls, she was initially wary of a real life Pressler whose resume included a story about strippers that became Hustlers starring Jennifer Lopez. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Have you guys seen that movie, Hustlers? That was a crazy movie. Cardi B was in that movie too, and J Lo was like the main person. But yeah, they were like scamming. Yeah, they were in New York scamming men. It's crazy. Um, and I'm sure I can imagine. I'm sure girls are doing that. Some women, I'm sure. I mean, there are women scammers, right? Um, only after meeting Presser so pregnant that she couldn't see her feet. Aw. Did Davis notice the softer motherly side of the reporter, convincing her to go on the record? Here's the thing though. Personally, I like to work with women that are, empathetic and people that are empathetic. But I think there is this expectation that women are to be a certain way and to be soft. But does she need to be? She's doing her job. Let her do her job. When men do their job, even if they're not quote unquote soft, they're looked at as oftentimes they're masculine, they're doing their job, they're the boss, whatever. So I've talked about I've talked about that a few times. Okay. We've gone through these people. My favorite person is definitely Anna. Like you kind of she kind of grows on you. You kind of start feeling sorry for her and you're like she was just faking it until she made it and she just wanted this business deal to go through and she would have paid these people back. So you kind of feel like sympathize with her in that way. But I think my favorite of the show was um Neff Davis because she was like, one, that is a finesse. The fact that she was the only one that got her money back, because in the movie, they show her covering like a meal somewhere that was really expensive. I think it was like $1,400. 'cause, I mean, if they're going to Michelin star restaurants, that makes sense. Um, so for 2 people. So she covers it, and Anna pays her back. And, in the show, at least, they showed her getting her to pay the hotel because her boss was on her saying, "We need to get this money. We need get your friend to give us this money since we see you guys hanging out, yada yada." And she was able to do that. So I think a lot of I mean, she's got some skills too. The fact that she was able to get these great tips, she was able to get paid her money back, and she kept her relationship with Anna to the point where, I'm sure if Anna's out of jail, they'll probably sync up again. And she's benefiting from it because she's in her career. She's now pursuing her directing career, which is what she wanted, and she moved to LA. So I'm like, that's cool. Can't kill. I don't think I realized you were from the Bronx. I didn't realize that. How did I not know that? Okay, so something I'm looking up. I just want to see if or Anna Sorokin, I guess her real name. Let me see if she's out of jail. Sorokin was released from jail in February 2021. So she was released last year around this time. She settled her debts and paid her state fines using she received for the rights to her story, according to Esquire magazine. So look at that. Girl, this girl is fine. And I saw something in the news where she is friends with who is the lady that Kanye West was just dating? It's Julia something. Hold on, let me see. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Let me take that away. But she is at least that's what reporters were saying that she's friends with I think it's Julia Fox. I think that's what who she's friends with. Okay, let me share this. Okay, so she's out of jail. I was just searching here and it said like she was out of jail in February. Anna Delvey was released from prison in 2021. So this is the actress. I thought the actress actually looked better than the girl, but you also have to consider she's been, she's in prison, so I don't know. I mean, most people are not gonna look their best. If they don't have their essentials, obviously you're not gonna be smiling likely, right? So after being arrested in 2018, Anna was found guilty in 2019 when a Manhattan so she hasn't even been in jail that long. She was found guilty in 2019 when a Manhattan jury convicted her on 1 count of attempted grand larceny, 3 counts of grand larceny, and 4 counts of theft services during her time pretending to be a German heiress. I didn't think her accent sounded German at all, but okay. But she was pretending to be a German heiress with a $60 million trust. She scammed numerous financial institutions and people out of thousands of dollars. Here's my thing too, um, because how do you get over on the banks? You would have to provide some identification. So if your passport says like, my passport says my name and my information, like your basics, your date of birth, your name, whatever else is on there, because 'cause I'm not looking at it right now. Your passport card, your whatever ID in your local country. I don't get that. She was sentenced 4 to 12 years in prison. That's crazy. Oh, thank you, Can't Kill. Julia Fox, yes. But yeah, she's supposedly friends with I'm just like, what is going on? Okay, I'm gonna type in Julia Fox, and then I'm going off because I know it's late. How did Inventing Anna, Anna's Delvey, and Julia Fox become friends? Um, Anna Delvey says she's besties with Julia Fox, and boy, does that make sense. Why does that make sense? Is she a scammer too? What is going on? Man, I don't even think they talk about it in here, do they? Oh, there she is. She's another one that I don't really her look is just I don't know. Maybe it's just the makeup. I think with her look is the makeup. I don't really like when women use the black lipstick and just the over dramatized stuff. I don't like that. I think it's um I think it's one thing when like you go to a drag show or something and they have that exaggerated makeup, which looks cool, or like you're going to a show or something and you see women, but just like going to an event and wearing the black lipstick, I don't know. It's not for me, but that may be why I don't really like the look on this. But anyway, in an interview with New York Times, Anna talked about being buds with none other than Kanye West's recent ex and Uncut Gems star Muse Julia Fox. So they're apparently friends. How did she become friends with her? We have some mutual friends. She's a girl about town, Anna said of Julia, who has previously described Anna as my dear sis. That to me, I don't know. That's crazy. We actually connected on Instagram when I was out of prison and we DM'd a little bit. And then she jumped on my Clubhouse, which was really random. Anna continued. I was answering people's questions about my experience, and she made the forum so much better. She asked all the right questions. We had a similar sense of humor. She was never judgmental, and we stayed in touch ever since. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. This is just a crazy scenario, but I thought I'd come on here and just talk about it with you guys because after seeing this story, I'm just like, what in the what? What in the what? Why? King of Kill, you're not feeling Julia Fox. Hey Charlene, welcome. Nice to see you. How are you? You're up late. King of Kill says no. Yeah. I mean, I I wouldn't go so much as saying she's just ugly. I just think she just looks, it is nothing that stands out to her for me. And I think part of it is just the makeup that she's doing. I don't get her look. That's my thing. Is that Kanye? What is the deal? What is this? He was well. Yeah, what is the deal? That doesn't look like Kanye though. Maybe it is. Oh, so it says um she has a lot of interesting creative projects going on. I feel like the media is not doing her justice talking about her dating life. Anna continued, referencing Julia's short-lived romance with Kanye. We're actually working on a little something together. Oh, they're working on something. That's crazy. Look how what's crazy is just the way that you can connect with people. So interesting. And it sounds like they connected just, she was in her DMs and on Clubhouse. I was actually just on Clubhouse tonight. I'm gonna do probably a members only video because I actually did record a little bit of it. It was an interesting combo. But, yeah, it'll just be members only once I download it from Restream. That's crazy. Anyway, that's all I have for the night. Did you guys wanna ask me anything while I'm on here? I put the, thing in there to say, "Ask me anything," but I also just wanted to talk about this. You guys know I always have a topic. I always have some type of topic, and this was just on my mind. So I was watching this show, and then I was also today I watched one episode of Girlfriends, and we're probably gonna have to talk about Girlfriends, like a deeper conversation, because all of these women, I'm just like, I wish I had watched this show earlier, like maybe when I was in college or something. But like, um, these women were crazy. Some of them were a little crazy. I'm like, I'm like, are women doing this? Like, what in the world? Anyway, there's just I don't know, it's something I wanna talk about too. I'm glad you talked about this, it was interesting. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, it's kinda random. For my members, you'll be able to see this. I will probably, I'll probably add it to the membership vault tomorrow. In the meantime, you'll be able to watch it for anyone that missed. But yeah, let me know if you want me to dig into anything else, King of Kill, or anyone in the chat, because I see some people in the bushes. And thank you again for business services and opportunities who super chatted earlier. I appreciate that. So the support to the channel. So if anyone is interested in checking out their channel, they are pinned at the top of the chat. But yeah, I'll hang on for like a few minutes just because I want to know if anyone has one, any questions, just it could be general, doesn't matter. And then two, if you would like me to have any conversation on any other shows, because I'm trying to be a little more lighthearted because you guys know, like at some point you get tired of some of the deep conversations and you're just like, I just wanted to have a chit chat and just be light and, casual and all of that. So I am going to go on mute for just a second so I can look at the chat. But yeah, this is Anna. This is Anna Delvey, aka Anna Sorokin, and her portrayal is kind of interesting. It's definitely something to check out if you have Netflix and you like to watch these kind of series. Again, Shondaland watchers, if you liked Scandal or what's the other show? What is the other one? With all the doctors, I don't know why I'm not thinking of it, but she has so many shows. For a while, she owned ABC, literally. Kaneko saying, "Would you consider making another channel?" Another one? I do have another channel. I have okay, so I actually have some other channels. I have one that is like really baby channel, and I just made it so I could track my aerial silks progress. And then I have another one just that's pretty random. So I guess I could. What would you want to see on my other channel? Because I do have one kind of I could I had a purpose to have just random chit chats and things on that channel and then I just haven't done anything with it because it is a lot. I don't know how people are doing having, managing 2 and 3 channels and consistently putting content out, and that's what I would wanna do. I don't wanna start up with another channel and then not have consistent content out there. Also, I kinda wanna take advantage of the fact that this channel, it is monetized. There's more people on here, that I can connect with and see what folks' interests are. So, yeah, How to Get Away with Murder and Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, those are I could okay, so King of Kill. How to Get Away with Murder, I couldn't really get into. It was really good, but it was just so dark. Like, every time I tried it, I was just like, "This is too much." Like, what? I can't do this because I am a big energy person. I feel like the energy that is put out, it goes somewhere, and if you're consistently watching things that are very dark, that energy goes somewhere, and so, yeah, that's tough for me. But, yeah, those were the shows. Grey's Anatomy was a good one. Um I love Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, me too. Um, Night night. Thank you, and thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. And I'm gonna close it out unless there's any other questions. You got 1 minute if anyone does have any burning questions. Otherwise, just, write me in my community tab. If you like these type of combos, I heard King of Kill does, just let me know and we can have more. And if there's a show you wanna do a deep dive on, let me know. Wow, people are really live right now. I just opened YouTube again and I'm like, people are on here. Just as Shar is on here talking about what is this? The past is the past. Can you accept his flaws and all? Oh gosh, I'm not listening to that. But anyway, hope you all have a good night. Thanks for watching and hanging out with me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.